phone. Why is this so confusing today? Okay, getting set up. On. Welcome. Good morning. Hello. My name is Alex, and I am here with some yoga. No props required. Let's start out in a child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Walk your hands out and away from you. On an exhale, lower your forehead to the mat. Bring awareness to the present moment. To the breath. In and out through the nose as best as you can. Relax the muscles of your face. Smooth out the breath. Arrive. Press up to a tabletop. Tuck your toes and draw circles with your torso to the left, back, down, and around. Let's go both directions. And make your way back to a neutral spine. Tops of the feet are down for 3 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Let these build. Inhale, open up, press down. Exhale, pull in the stomach and tuck the chin. Once more for now. Long exhale. Neutral. Tuck the toes and hover your knees. Shift the weight forward a couple of inches so that the core and upper body are really engaging. Smooth out the breath. Remember to stay present. Downward dog. Feet hip width, hands shoulder width, head and neck relax. Let's bend one knee at a time and press the opposite heel down. Walk to the top of the mat and ragdoll. Separate your feet about hip width, give or take. And let's bend, straighten one or both legs at a time. And toes and heels touch. Round up to standing. Bring the palms to touch. Roll the shoulders back and down. Connect to the present moment. Gratitude for this breath. Reach your arms overhead. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Let's inhale. Reach the arms wide. Try not to arch the lower back. Overhead. Reach up through the side bodies. Breathe in again. Palms touch at heart center. Bend the knees and sit back. Utkatasana. Fingertips reach away from the tailbone, shoulders away from the ears. Sit a little lower. And press to stand. Bring your palms to touch. Inhale. Reach the arms overhead. Hold the left wrist with the right hand. Pull up, 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 and to the side. Try not to arch the lower back, but more up. Push your hips to the left and reach. Lift up, reset. Hold the right wrist with the left hand. And make yourself taller using your biceps to reach up and over to the left. Back to center. Interlace your fingers, index fingers out. Press a button on the ceiling. 3 breaths. Lift out, forward fold. Keep the knees soft. Give yourself time to warm up the hamstrings. Hands to the mat, right foot steps back, lunge. Left foot back, plank. Shift the weight forward. Lower all the way down to the mat. Rest the forehead on the left hand. Bring the right foot in, quad stretch. And switch. Release. Press up to a strong tabletop. So engage the core in, lift up, and we're back to downward dog. Long exhale. Right foot steps between your hands. Lunge. Forward fold, long exhale. Keep the knees soft. Relax the head and neck. Round up to stand. Arms overhead. 3 breaths or back bend. Reach up so much. See the ceiling. Breathe. Lift out, forward fold. Hands down, left foot steps back, lunge. Plank. Lower to your knees if you need to. One chaturanga, so you elbows in close, lower down halfway, just to here. Inhale, upward dog. Linger here for a moment, unshrug the shoulders. Press down through the top part of your hands, the tops of the feet. Pull the chest through. Downward dog. Left foot between the hands, lunge. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Exhale. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Press to stand, bring the palms to touch, containing extra movement, controlling your energy. Inhale, arms overhead. 3 to 4 breaths. Really reach up. Lift out, forward fold. Bend the knees and sit down. Soles of the feet together, the knees apart. Hold the outside edges of your feet. Roll the shoulders back and down. And fold over butterfly legs. Actually, let's move. Come forward with a lengthened spine. So sit up tall. Long spine forward. Near the end, round. And sit back. Tilt the tailbone forward. And sit up. So forward, flat back. Round, lean back. And then tilt and lift back up. Let's go a couple more times. Use some arm strength. Really articulate through the spine. Now reverse that direction. Lift up. Scoop back. Forward with a round spine. And then pull the collarbones through. Oh, here comes the sun. All right. Reverse tabletop. Feet down, hands behind you. Fingers facing the heels. Try not to let the knees splay. Press down and lift up. Release. Sit down. Cross your feet at the ankles. Tabletop. Tuck your toes. Hover the knees. Scoot the weight forward a couple of inches. Downward dog. Ooh, my shoulder almost popped. All right, tabletop. Untuck the toes. Reach the right leg back up, hip height, knee facing down. Redistribute the weight between the hands. Really lengthen out the torso especially. Now bend the right knee about 90 degrees. And let's draw circles to the right, in, down, and around, using the glutes to explore the range of motion in the right hip. Bring the right foot between your hands for a kneeling lunge. Prop up onto your fingertips, shoulders away from the ears. Keep the front knee over the ankle. Scoop the tailbone forward slightly. And for a little bit of a different feel, you can tuck your chin. Half split. Let's sit all the way back, either on the left heel inside of it or on a prop. Lengthen the spine first and reach forward over the right leg. Sole of the foot faces away from you. Long leg, long spine. It's cold here today. It's like 58 degrees right now. No, maybe 68. Might be. I've got my heater. Lengthen out the spine. Breathe. Sit up. Shift your way back to a lunge. Tuck the left toes and lift the back knee. Lunge twist. Left hand down, right arm up. Right hand down. Lower the left knee, and we are back to a tabletop. Tuck the toes, hover the knees to reset the core, continuing to build strength a little bit at a time. Downward dog. Tabletop. Left leg reaches back up, just hip height, knee pointing down or facing down. Can the crown of your head be any farther away from the tips of your toes? Are you arching the back? If you remove some of the arch, you'll feel taller and longer. Bend the left knee just 90 degrees and left in, down, and around. Left foot between your hands. Lunge. Reset a little, like you're not just bringing the foot up and staying sunken. Lift up, lengthen out, shoulders away from the ears, prop up onto fingertips. Feel the right hip flexor opening. Tuck the chin, scoop the tailbone. Half split. Let's walk all the way back. Lift up and lengthen out over the left leg. The sensation you feel down the back of your leg into your back, that's bringing awareness to your body to go see what's happening there. So that brings more oxygen to the muscles through the blood. It's detoxifying for the lymph nodes. It's why you feel so good after yoga. One of the reasons. It's one of my favorites because you don't even have to think about it happening. Or you don't even have to know that it does that to feel it, if that makes sense. Sit up. Lunge. Tuck the right toes and lift the right knee. Lunge twist, right hand down. Left arm opens. Left hand down. Back to a tabletop. Tuck your toes and hover the knees. Downward facing dog. Walk to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, long flat spine. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees and round up to standing. Bring the palms to touch and reconnect to the present moment. Utkatasana, bend the knees and sit back. Stand up, palms touch. Inhale, arms overhead, 3 breaths. Lift out, forward fold. Round up, palms touch. Face the long edge of your mat. Step your feet wide. Hands to hips. Align the outside edges of your feet with the short edges of the mat. And forward fold over separate legs. Keep the spine long. Halfway lift, long flat back. Right hand down. Left arm opens. Press down through the outside edges of the feet. Keep the hips level. And when you find that first kind of wall, you're not just going to open the arm up. You're going to hold there. Keep the spine long. Using strength to create flexibility. Muscle memory, holding here. Your body will relax eventually. A little bit at a time. Left hand down, right arm up. Right hand down. Let's stretch the right inner thighs, bend the left knee. You also feel this in the outside of the right ankle and foot. Keep the spine long, the weight forward. Yeah, not that. Switch. Walk through center. Come back to center. Lengthen out the spine, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Lengthen the spine just enough. And we're going to walk over to the left leg. Reach for the outside of the left ankle with the right hand. So you're going to feel this down the right side of the back and the hamstrings. And walk over to the right. Come back to center. Hands to hips for balance. Stand up. Interlace your hands behind your back. Roll the shoulder blades together. Lift the chin, the sternum. Fold over. Let the hands float away from the torso, opening up the chest, the shoulders. Release your hands to the mat. Hands to hips. Stand up. Step to the top of the mat right away. Utkatasana, awkward pose. Press to stand, palms touch. Utkatasana, sweep down, touch the floor with the hands, and then reach them overhead, shoulder width, palms face each other. Stand up, palms touch. Inhale, arms overhead, 3 breaths. Lift out, forward fold. Hands to the mat. Step the right foot back, lunge. Inhale, lower the right knee, shoulders are back, look straight ahead. Exhale, try to press both legs straight, pyramid pose. 2 more times. Inhale, open up the right hip flexors, keep the gaze relaxed. Pyramid pose. Inhale. Oh my gosh, there's a huge woodpecker over there. And exhale. It's like a pilot-headed one, I think. Lunge twist, right hand down, left arm opens. Left hand down. Big step onto the left foot. Let's lift the right leg to 90 degrees. Walk the hands forward. I hear the woodpecker. Tap the toes once and lift the leg. Forward fold. Soften the knees until we are more balanced out. Press to stand. Inhale, arms reach wide and overhead, 3 breaths. Lift out, forward fold. Someone reminds me in the comments, I'll find a picture of the kind of bird I just saw. Left foot back to a lunge. Inhale, lower the left knee, shoulders back. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Exhale, press through the back heel. Lunge twist. Left hand down, right arm up. Right hand down. Big step onto the right foot this time, lifting the left 90 degrees. Walk the hands forward about a foot. Oh my gosh, I'm so distractible. Have you seen Up, where the dog says squirrel? That's literally me. Tap the toes down once and up. Exhale at the top of your mat. Round up to standing. Turn to face the wide edge of the mat. Step your feet wide. This time, heels in, toes out. Bend your knees, one hand on top of each knee. You can let the shoulders shrug. Try not to roll in on the arches of the feet. We're opening up the hips. Dip the right shoulder down, left shoulder blade back. And switch. Come back to center. Bring the palms to touch and feel strong in goddess pose. Sit lower. Bring the knees open using the glutes. And stand up. Step to the top of the mat, feet together. Inhale, arms overhead. 3 breaths. Or about 4 breaths. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And from here, hands down, plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reach the right leg back up. Let the hip open. Squeeze the right glute. Open up the triceps and reach the right leg so far away from you. Pigeon right side. Modify as needed. Take your time. Lengthen out the spine and soften forward for a few rounds of breath. Smooth out tension as it reveals itself. Let's start to press up, lift out and back to a downward facing dog. Lift the right leg back and up. La, la, la. 2 feet, downward facing dog. Lift onto the toes, tuck the chin and ripple through. Upward dog. Lift the chin at the end. And exhale back. Downward facing dog, tuck the chin. And then relax the head and the neck. Stand on the right foot, left leg reaches up behind you. Try to keep the shoulders level. And I even do it too. See how I'm kind of forward to make that happen? No, you got to open up through the triceps. Relax the head and neck. Squeeze the left glute until you think it's going to cramp a little bit. Pigeon left side. Even if you know about how long we'll be here for, stay present. Just stay in this inhale, this exhale. Think of something you're grateful for. I'm grateful for your presence and to know what the different birds sound like from just being out here enough and watching. So yeah, fun fact, I like bird watching. Let's begin to release up. Let me know in the comments below if you like birds. We can chat. Tuck the right toes, and we are going back to a three-legged dog. Downward dog. Upward dog. Leave the toes tucked, lift the chin. And exhale. Downward dog. Ooh, hi hamstrings. Top of the mat. Halfway lift, and then forward fold. Round up to standing. Inhale, arms overhead. 3 breaths. Lift out. Bring the palms to touch. Stand up tall. Stand on the left foot. Pick up the right foot near the ankle from the inside. So it's like you're shaking the hand of the person behind you. If we can remember what shaking hands is like. Haha. And hold the inside of the ankle. Knees are together. Start standing up tall, left arm overhead. Stay here, build standing leg strength. The standing leg stays straight. Tilt, okay, when balance is there. Tilt forward as you kick into the right hand, opening up the right shoulder. Left arm is about shoulder height, a little bit up. Look straight beyond the closed left fingers. Lean forward again. Two feet. See, not for very long. We're just building. I want to build some more standing leg strength personally. So these little practices add up. Stand on the right foot. Pick up the left ankle from the inside. Not too tight of a grip. Not too loose of one. Just right. All right. Stand up tall. Swipe the knees and tilt forward as you kick into the left hand. Now, leaning forward is, in my opinion, the hardest part of this because it's a totally different way of balancing. Two feet. Inhale, arms above your head. 3 breaths. Lift out, forward fold. Halfway lift, long flat back. And from here, hands down, plank pose. Slow chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Reach the right leg up behind you. Just for the inhale, reach, float. Lizard lunge, right side. Both hands inside of the right leg. Knee stays over the ankle. Take your time lowering down to props, elbows. A little extra will be to, my feet are so cold, will be to tuck the back toes and lift the knee. Pull the right hip back. Draw the left hip forward, long side bodies. And press out. Ooh, bring the right foot between the hands. Reach the right leg back and up, three-legged dog. Two feet. Top of the mat, forward fold. Let's keep the knees soft while we reset. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Press to stand. Inhale, arms overhead. 3 breaths. Lift out, forward fold. Halfway lift. From here, hands down, plank. Chaturanga, move with intention. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Balance on the right foot, lift the left leg. Reach back up. Lizard lunge, left leg. Both hands inside of the left foot, knee over ankle. Keep your thoughts present. Keep them kind. Relax the muscles of your face. Pull the left hip back. Make your way back to a downward dog with the left leg lifted. Two feet. Top of the mat, forward fold, long exhale. Round up. Bring your palms to touch. Utkatasana, bend the knees and sit back. Sit low. And stand up. Balance on the left foot. Pick up the right ankle from the inside. Thumb on top, right arm overhead. Standing bow. Not here for too long. Trust your body memory. Trust your hips are open. Strong standing leg. Open up the right shoulder. See, not very long. 2 feet. Stand on the right foot. Pick up the left ankle from the inside. Swipe the knees and tilt. And kick. I think it's because my feet are so cold. Because it's cold. 2 feet. No excuses, right? Inhale, arms overhead. It's just practice and fun. 3 breaths. Lift out. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And from here, hands down, plank pose. One or two chaturangas. Upward dog. Downward dog. Right leg back, up, reach. Right foot between the hands, lunge. Kneeling lunge, half split. Standing on the knee. Or practice your full split. Been doing for the last few days if you've been joining me regularly. Like you should be. Like you'd love to be, right? I'm chatty. Shoulders away from the ears. Appreciate each sensation, each breath. Make your way back to a lunge. Three-legged dog, right leg lifted. Two feet. Upward facing. Downward facing. Reach the left leg up for the inhale. Left leg, foot steps to the top of the mat. Kneeling lunge. Everybody starts in a half split just to give the hamstring a heads up. And then stay here. Or practice your full split. It's a little bit at a time. Gratitude for whatever got you to this moment right now. This breath, whether this is your first time practicing yoga or your millionth, everything got you here right now. Back to a lunge. Three-legged dog, left leg lifted. Two feet. Upward facing, ripple through. Exhale, child's pose. We were here just a little while ago. You have evolved since then. You have chosen what you wanted to do with your time. Practicing that is a life skill. Gratitude for the present moment. Sit up. Bring your feet out and around in front of you. And lie back on your back. And hug the right knee into the chest. A little hug. And release, arms overhead. Hug the left knee in. And release. Both knees in. And extend just the left leg. Use the left hand to guide the right knee across for a twist. Right arm reaches out and away from you, palm down. Try to keep the shoulder down as opposed to the leg. See how my knee's kind of floating? That's because I want the torso to twist. And center. Switch out the legs, draw the left knee in. And twist. It's always a good idea to twist after back bending and to open your hips before and along with back bending. We'll talk about that more over time. Better subscribe and join every day. Full body stretch. And Shavasana. Palms face up at your sides. Let the feet open out. Lengthen the back of the neck by lowering the chin gently. Close the eyes. And we will close together. I will be in touch. Until then, just exist. Leave the eyes closed. Take a deep, introduce a deep breath. Hold it at the top. Long exhale. Near the end of the breath, blink. The eyes open. Start to gently move. Try to feel yourself actually absorbing the light through the eyes. And then make your way to a comfortable seated position. As long as the spine is straight, you're set, you're doing it right. Shoulders roll back and down. Left arm reaches up and over. Keep the left sit bone down. And switch. Arms overhead. Twist to the right, float the hands down. Left hand to the right knee. Roll the shoulder back. Left shoulder coming forward. Arms overhead through center. Stay tall and float the arms down, twist to the left. And back to center. Bring your palms to touch. Gratitude for the present moment. Gratitude for your own presence. I am more than grateful, so lucky to have your presence. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for letting me do what I do, what I love. Thank you. Closing breath. Inhale. Reach the arms wide and overhead. Long exhale. Lower your hands down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me know what you thought. Please subscribe, like, comment, tell a friend, and most importantly, join me again very soon. Namaste. Namaste. Now I want a smoothie, but it sounds freezing. Thank you. I'm not yelling anything.